Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I love making everything that has to do with junk journals, and if this is something you enjoy too, please subscribe. Speaking of subscribers, when I reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to have a giveaway. And a shout out to Martha, Joyce, Maybelline, Elsa, Lori, Sue, Robin, and Christine. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay guys, today we're going to work on some coffee dyed paper with napkins and gesso and stamps and all that good stuff. I thought since we've been doing envelopes that way, let's do a piece of coffee dyed paper. So here's a piece of coffee dyed paper. It does have a doily on it, but I don't think that's going to matter any. And we can start. So first, what we will need to do is you need to pick your napkin that you want to use and select what it is off this napkin that you want. So I am going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut around here so I can get it out so that I can cut easier, make it easier for me to get out what I want. And I think that these tulips would be beautiful right there. So let's go ahead and get these cut out just like that. And if we put it maybe like this, it would get part of it. That would just mainly be one tulip, or if we put it like this, that's kind of pretty. Kind of like the heaviness on the bottom though. Okay, let's rethink this. We can keep this one for maybe up here. Let me think about this one. All right, let's cut some more. Let's just cut this around this way. And I didn't really like how that was setting on there. Maybe this would be lovely. Maybe turned like this. Oh, I like that. All right, well, I don't want this gold line here, so I'm going to cut that off and just follow around the flowers just a little bit, just like that. I think. Let's look on this tall one. It's a full sheet of paper, and so I'm going to have to keep moving so you'll be able to see everything. I don't like flowers upside down really, so not really sure here. It needs to go this way is the way it needs to go. So is there one that bends the other way? This one does. Hey, this one. This is nice. Let's see what this does. Let's see how this one looks. I worked on a couple of these this morning just to get one at a certain stage, but then I got to thinking, I think I'm going to change it up even after I've made the first two. I'm already changing the design. I think it would be prettier if we do this one thing that I didn't do the first time I made it. So we're going to give that a shot to see how we like that with the new idea this time. Always get new ideas, and so I'd like to try my new idea. There. Now, how does this sit on here, and then this one down here? This one I think needs to be turned a little more. I like that. I think that's very attractive. Let me move this out of the way quickly. And let's go ahead and I'm using the Master's Touch Matte Gel Acrylic Medium. I'm really enjoying this stuff. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale last time I went in there, and it was down the aisle of the true artist things, not the crafty things, not what I would consider the craft aisle. I'd consider it a true artist aisle where they had the expensive paint brushes and things. That's where I found it. You know, you also can find, that's where you can find that gesso. I looked everywhere. I've even asked people that work there where their gesso is, and they didn't know. It's down that aisle with the expensive paintbrushes. They even have black. Of course, you can color yours black if you want, but yeah, I was excited to see that. Not that, I mean, I made my own, but still, I mean, they were telling me they didn't have it. So I was pretty excited about that. Alrighty, guys. Let's go ahead and lay this on here like that. And I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, 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 just put a wrinkle on it. It's because I wasn't going from the inside out, and I wasn't doing that like I was supposed to. So, there we go. I love this paper smelling so good. Oh, yummy, yummy. My whole, some people call their place that they work their studio. I just call it my craft room. It's a room in our house that is a bedroom. I just turned it into my craft room. And then one of the other bedrooms we have turned into my husband's dog room. That's where his dog crates are and where he feeds the dogs and all that. Alrighty. Let's see. I think I like it like that. Go ahead and lay this down. It's okay if some comes over the edge, because after we're all finished and your page is dry, you can sand that edge off, or if it's enough, you can cut it. So it's not going to matter if you go over a little bit with your napkin off the page. Sometimes you need to go off the page to give it the look that you want. Alright, guys. So what we've done, we've taken our napkin, chosen our images, select our position on the paper, and we've applied our medium to our napkins, and we've got them on there. Now I'm going to go dry this very quickly, and I'll be right back for our next step. Alright, everyone, I have dried it. It's not super duper dry, but I believe it's dry enough to continue on to our next step. And our next step being, we're going to gesso it. And this was the idea that I had after doing my first page, which is this one. You can see it in the white. I gessoed in white. So, oh no, that's not our next step. I know what our next step is. It's not gesso. Just fooling. That was just fooling. We're going to take our milled lavender, and we're going to put it on our glass mat. As this is very similar to what we did with our napkins. Sometimes it's really nice to have a piece of paper to go inside your napkin that's decorated the same, and sometimes it's nice to have a beautiful piece of paper paper clipped onto one of your pages. So we're just going to put the ink here and there and just different places. Let it sop it up so we get that random color. It's a beautiful color, and it goes so nicely with the napkins. Now you don't have to use this color. You can use a different color that goes with the napkin that you're using. but this seems to go lovely with these tulips and lilacs. Get this on here. Now, we're going to do the other side as well, because even though we didn't put any napkins on the other side, I do think it would be nice to have this theme going to the other side of the page as well. So when you turn it over to write on it or fold it or whatever, you know, that the other side is not forgotten. We don't want to forget the other side. Whoa, my glass mat's moving on me. Okay. Trying to be very gentle with this because you get this paper wet and it starts, you know, you have to be careful with it once it gets so damp. And this does make the paper get pretty damp doing this to it. Okay. So now I'm going to go dry this and I'll be right back. Alrighty, it's dried beautifully. Now we're going to do the gesso. And I want to color it. I showed you the gesso, the page that I did earlier with the white gesso. I'm not sure what color I'd like to use. I'm going to put some in here. This is not gesso. This is the wrong stuff, Cathy. I got this medium out. That was the wrong stuff. We don't want the medium. It won't hurt if we got a little bit of that in our gesso. That is not the right stuff. That's not the right stuff here. Where is, oh, here it is. Okay, here's the gesso. All right. Now, let's put some of that in here. That's what we need. I'm just going to, I don't know how much or what color we want. I have some different colors here. Blow that off. I have different colors. I've got this pretty pink, I've got cream, I've got gray, and I've got really bright pink. Let's put a little bit of this pink here, and let's do a little bit of cream. Okay, come on out. I was using this yesterday. I was playing around with my jelly plate, and I used quite a bit of that cream doing that. Let's see if we can soften this up a little bit. Oh my goodness, isn't that a beautiful color? That is so pretty. Wonder what on earth happens when you add a little bit of gray to that. That's not a little bit, Cathy. That's a lot. That's a lot of gray. Let's add some gesso to that. We are so playing around here. Okay. Yes, we are. We're just trying this idea that I had when I was making my first one, just to see what it might look like. What it might look like. I like it a lot. Let's add a little bit of a little more cream to it. There, and possibly a little bit more of this. Let's just steal it from here. If I could get this together, I'd have more gesso. I've spread it out so much. That's giving me the giggles. Okay. I like that. I think that's going to be really, really pretty. I don't think there's enough of it, though. Like I said, I've spread it around all over the place. I might be using my finger on this gesso application here. We shall see. All right, move everything out of the way. We're going in. We are going in, guys. Here we go. Let's work down here first. And let's take what we made, our color, and just see what it's going to look like. A little here, a little there. This is why your paper has to be as dry as you can get it, because you will damage it by adding the gesso if it's not dry. Put a little on our napkin. I'm going to put a little bit on here at the top, just really just here and there, here and there. Take a little bit more. I don't know what that dog's barking at. Oh my goodness. That is really pretty. What happens if you add just a touch of this darker stuff? I don't know, guys. We're just playing. I mean, you know, if you don't play around with some stuff, you'll never find out what you like and what you don't like. I'm going to have to go tell that dog to be quiet in a minute. It gets on my nerves. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm having too much fun. Okay, how about if we just add a little bit of white here and there? I'm adding it with my finger. I'd be getting carried away here, guys, but it'll be all right. It always works out in the end. It always works out in the end. Okay, I'm going to go get this dried. Stop adding stuff. Stop adding stuff. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, it is a little wild, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. So we'll be able to see if we like this color gesso compared to the other one I made earlier. I went to the hardware store and I bought this right here. They're sanding blocks. This is fine. I bought the fine one. They came in a pack of 3. I love it. I couldn't do the hold on to the emery boards very well. And we are going to just gently sand the tops off it. Anything that we have sticking up. We're doing the napkin as well. Just gently. You don't have to put much pressure on it. Gently sand it. So the napkin will kind of feel like it's become one with the paper. And so will the gesso. This one's really rough. Keep sanding. Gotta go around all of it. Just kind of see if I can feel along the way. That edge that I had right there of the napkin, it's come off. So I think we've got it now. What I'd like to do is I'll take my baby wipe and I'll just wipe it down just to get the rest of the dust off. There we go. I'm going to wipe my mat off quickly here. There we go, guys. It's still a little wild, but what we shall do now is we shall get I have gathered twigs, and I have my ink pad, and I'd like to just gently go around some of these areas and soften it up just a little bit. I'm just softening it up. Round and around we go. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is I would like to get my milled lavender again. Go. You know how I said I wanted to use more color? Well, well, we kind of jumped in with both feet this time, didn't we? Okay. Now, sorry for the reach. Now what I think I would like to do is turn it on its back side and do some more just here and there with the, because we can't forget about our back. Oh, that was the wrong one. Opened up the wrong one. Don't want to forget about the back. It's important too. Alrighty. I'm going on the edge. Make sure we have it all inked up nicely. This is where you're going to be able to give it some depth to your page. I get real quiet when I'm really thinking about what I'm doing here. Sorry about that, guys. So I will continue and I will come right back. Okay guys, I have inked around at various places on the back, and on the front I've done the same thing. Now what I'd like to do is get our stamp that has, it's upside down, has the words on it. It's a Stampabilities, and I'm going to get my black ink pad, and I'm going to just stamp here and there. I'm going to start right here. There we go. Do another one. And we're going to go on down the bottom. Can you see how this is looking? It's really helping soften it. Really is. Go ahead and get some ink on here. Oh, that's lovely. Come off of the page just a tiny bit. Oh my, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can get it so y'all can see it better. This would be beautiful in a purple journal. Oh my goodness. I really, really, really like this. Put it in a page of your journal. Fold it so that you can make an envelope out of it. You could make a tag out of it. That is beautiful. Now here's the one with the white. That's just as pretty. This one I haven't even sanded down yet. It still is in the rough stage. You guys, I think this was great fun, and I'm so happy that you joined me. And I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye now.